Hi, I'm Elizabeth. Our family has always been tightly knit, brimming with love and laughter. James, my husband, has been my steadfast support since our college days, and together we've raised our daughter Emma, a bright and inquisitive 8-year-old who is the light of our lives. Her endless questions and playful adventures never cease to amaze us. We've embraced a parenting style that nurtures curiosity and learning through experience, which is why Emma's spirited nature brings us such joy. It's not uncommon to find her rummaging through old boxes or exploring the backyard, her imagination soaring as high as the sky. In contrast, my relationship with my mother-in-law, Carol, has always been somewhat strained yet manageable. She has a stern disposition, something James warned me about early in our marriage. Despite her strict demeanor, I never viewed Carol as a threat. I saw her more as a product of her upbringing, tough around the edges. One sunny afternoon, we decided to visit Carol at her home. She had been living alone since James' father passed away, and though she'd never admit it, I could sense that she enjoyed our company, especially Emma's. As we drove over, the car was filled with Emma's excited chatter about showing Carol a bird's nest she found in our garden. "Mommy, do you think she's ever seen a blue egg before?" Emma chirped from the back seat. "I bet she has, but she'll love hearing all about it from you," I replied, glancing at James, who shared a warm smile with me through the rearview mirror. Upon arriving at Carol's, the atmosphere was warm and inviting. The faint scent of cinnamon wafted through the air, and a gentle classical melody played in the background. Carol greeted us at the door with a stiff smile, stepping aside to let us in. Come in. It's so good to see you all," she said, her tone formal, but softened by her hidden affection for Emma. As the afternoon progressed, James and I helped Carol with some chores while Emma played quietly in the living room. I was in the kitchen, organizing some groceries we had brought for Carol, when the peaceful ambience shattered. "Emma, what do you think you're doing?" Carol's sharp voice pierced the calm, causing James and me to exchange worried glances. My heart raced as I rushed into the living room, only to find a scene I could never have anticipated. Carol loomed over a cowering Emma, her face twisted in anger. "What's going on here?" I demanded, stepping protectively between Carol and my daughter, my voice firm yet striving for calm. "Your daughter was stealing from me," Carol exclaimed, brandishing a few crumpled bills, her eyes blazing with fury. "It was just lying there, Mommy. I was going to play shop with it." Emma's small voice trembled, her innocent explanation breaking my heart. "Carol, she's just a child. She didn't understand." I tried to reason, but Carol remained unyielding, her expression one of betrayal and rage. After pulling Emma away from the distressing scene, I didn't waste a moment. Her cries subsided to soft whimpers, her small body clinging to me as if I were her only safe haven. James, his face a mask of confusion and anger, silently followed us out, the door closing behind us with a finality that echoed the sinking feeling in my gut. The drive to the hospital was fraught with tension and silence, broken only by Emma's soft sniffling from the back seat. I kept glancing at her through the rearview mirror, noting her pale face and red-rimmed eyes. At the hospital, the reality of the situation began to settle in. Doctors examined Emma and confirmed that while she had no broken bones, the bruises and emotional trauma were significant. As I sat in the stark white of the hospital room, watching nurses gently tend to Emma, I felt a tumult of fury and helplessness. How could Carol, a woman I had respected, if cautiously, react so violently to a child's innocent mistake? The question churned in my mind, growing heavier with each passing moment. Once Emma was settled and resting, James and I stepped into the hallway. The look on his face told me James looked at me, his face mirroring my own turmoil, shock, pain, and a deep, conflicted sadness. "Elizabeth, I don't even know what to say. I've never seen my mother act like that. We have to do something, James. We can't just let this go." My voice trembled, but I forced it to stay steady. She hurt Emma. She could have caused serious harm over something so trivial. James ran a hand through his hair, a gesture of frustration and despair. "I know, you're right. Whatever you think is best, I'll support you." What are you considering?" I took a deep breath, the weight of the decision pressing down on me. "I'm going to file a police report. This isn't just about today, it's about Emma's safety in the future. Your mother crossed the line." James' face hardened, his jaw set with a grim resolve. "Do it. I'll stand by you. Emma comes first, and for now, I think we need to cut ties with my mother until we can understand why this happened and make sure it never does again." With his support, I called the police from the hospital. Speaking to an officer felt surreal, like I was recounting a nightmare that couldn't possibly be my reality. But the officer's calm, steady responses provided a small comfort. They took my report seriously and assured us that they would follow up. Returning to Emma's side, I held her hand, silently promising to protect her from any future harm. As she slept, her face still streaked with dried tears, my resolve solidified. No matter the fallout, protecting my daughter was my most important duty. Carol's behavior had exposed a dangerous side, and severing ties, no matter how painful for James, was the only way forward. When we left the hospital that night, everything felt changed. What was once a tentative truce with Carol had transformed into a decisive break, one made for Emma's sake and for the sake of our family. In the days that followed, we were swept into a whirlwind of legal consultations and emotional upheaval. James and I were firm in our decision. Carol had to face the consequences of her actions. We sought advice from a family lawyer determined to obtain a restraining order to keep Carol away from Emma. The process was grueling, filled with endless paperwork and the emotional toll of retelling the incident again and again. Yet Emma's recovery remained our top priority. Her usual bright spark seemed dimmed, her laughter quieter. We arranged for her to see a child psychologist to help her process the trauma. The first few sessions were difficult. Emma was withdrawn, reluctant to talk about what had happened. But gradually, she opened up, using drawings and dolls to express her feelings, a technique her therapist suggested to gently guide her through the trauma. James and I also sought counseling, learning how to support Emma and work through our own guilt and anger. Through these sessions, we found a deeper appreciation for our bond. No matter how strained things became, we faced everything together as a united front for Emma. The community's reaction was unexpectedly supportive. Friends and neighbors offered kind words, delivered meals, and even organized playdates to help Emma feel surrounded by love. Their encouragement reassured us that we had made the right decision. Conversely, Carol faced a different kind of response. News of her actions spread quickly, shocking those who had known her for years. Some tried to reach out, hoping there was a misunderstanding. But many distanced themselves, unwilling to associate with someone capable of such harm to a child. This social isolation seemed to impact Carol deeply, a painful consequence, yet, in our eyes, a justified one. As Emma began to regain her cheerful spirit, James and I focused on reinforcing our home as a place of safety and love. We updated security measures, talked openly with Emma about emotions and safety, and spent more quality time together as a family. Weekend outings, movie nights, and cooking together became our rituals to reclaim the peace that had been disrupted. Despite the ongoing challenges, through every action, every protective measure we took, both legally and emotionally, the fabric of our family mended. Emma slowly found her sense of safety again, and laughter began to echo through our home once more. One sunny afternoon, as James and I watched her playing in the backyard, her giggles carried on the breeze. We exchanged a look of profound relief and gratitude. Our little girl was coming back to us, her resilience shining through like a testament to the strength of our family in the face of hardship. Our home, once just a place to live, had become a true sanctuary. James and I grew even more vigilant, not out of fear, but from a renewed commitment to nurture and protect the peace we had fought so hard to restore. It became our mission to ensure Emma felt not just safe, but deeply loved and valued. We decorated her room with bright paintings she chose herself, and her space became a gathering place for friends, filling the house with joyful noise and youthful energy. On a sunny Saturday, during our weekly family picnic at the park, I watched Emma chase butterflies with a friend. Her laughter, pure and unrestrained, was a sound I'd missed dearly during those dark months. James caught my eye from where he was setting up a frisbee game, his smile reflecting the blue of the sky and echoing my own feelings of contentment and relief. Just then, Emma ran up to us, her cheeks flushed with excitement. "Look, Mommy, look what I found," she exclaimed, holding up a small, oddly shaped rock. Her curiosity had returned, and each discovery was a treasure. "It looks like it's from the moon," I said, embracing her enthusiasm, thrilled to see her spirit so bright again. As the day came to an end and we packed up to leave, Emma hugged me tightly, whispering, "I love you, Mommy. I'm happy." Those simple words filled me with an overwhelming sense of accomplishment. On the drive home, the trees blurring past the window, I reflected on everything we'd been through. Standing up against harm, advocating for Emma and protecting our family hadn't just changed our immediate circumstances. It had set a standard for how we would face any future adversity. The resilience we had developed, the unity we had forged, it was all a testament to the power of standing firm in one's convictions. Safeguarding one's family from harm, ensuring they feel loved and secure. This was the most vital role we could play. As Emma dozed off in the back seat, her face peaceful and serene, I felt a surge of determination. No challenge was too great, no obstacle too daunting as long as we faced it together. Our journey through darkness had led us back to light, and I was ready, more than ever, to keep that light shining bright for Emma and for all of us. This wasn't just recovery, it was a new beginning, a reaffirmation of what truly mattered: love, safety, and the unbreakable bond of family. What would you have done in a situation where a family member reacted so harshly to a child's innocent mistake? Would you have taken the same steps as Elizabeth and James, or would you have approached it differently? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more heartfelt stories like this one. Your engagement helps us keep bringing these stories to you.